Sai.
Brago.
There was birth happening in this chapter.
Lots of birth. 2 births, actually.
Have you ever seen a birth
Yeah, I have. It's
in person?
yeah, it's a messy process.
Messy process.
Messy process.
It's a lot going on.
Kind of smelly too.
A lot of smells.
Yeah.
A lot of smells, a lot of emotions. Um, I don't think I could do it.
A lot of people have I feel like I could maybe get through it. Like roll a dice. If it lands on a 1, maybe I could get through it. Other than that, I don't know, man. I think I'm cooked.
Yeah,
It's like
birth
guaranteed
is
conquerors hockey.
I mean, birth is a lot, but like their body's kind of made to give birth.
Yeah.
That sounds crazy.
It sounds crazy. We're starting off on a really crazy note. Now that I think about it. So, Brago, have you ever given birth before?
And how do you rate it on a scale of 1 to 10?
Do you think you could tank it?
Chapter's called The Birth of Loki. You know, really, really great title once I got into it. But then we got to the cover story, BDK and Yamato.
What is
in
BDK?
the cover story? Kiku.
What does that stand for?
Big.
BDK. Oh, yeah, I forgot. I forget every now and then, man. Yeah,
Big
Kiku's just
Daimyo
like,
Kiku.
yeah, exactly. Kiku's just one of those characters you kind of forget about sometimes. I mean, same with Cho, right? That Yakuza member at the bottom. Like, do you remember her?
No, I didn't. I had completely forgotten about her.
Yeah,
TBH.
yeah. I mean, it's just the Yakuza members, the Scabbards, man. I feel like I've left them in the past.
Very forgettable.
Yeah, unfortunate.
But I love Kiku though. I said I love Kiku.
Oh, yeah, I like Kiku. Kiku's good.
Yeah, Kiku's great. You know, Yamato. Cover story, whatever. You know, let's. It is what it is. How much time you think has passed here?
In the cover story?
Yeah, since
I'd
Kiku saw
say
Yamato, hasn't it been like maybe 3 weeks?
in One Piece time, I'd say maybe like 2 weeks.
A month?
2 weeks.
2 weeks?
Yeah.
Like she's jumping at her. You know, like it's.
No, yeah, you're right.
Like
You only jump for like big long lost friends.
Yeah, like it's been a while. Is the
Well-
Elbaf time dilation theory correct?
Maybe hear me out. Maybe Kiku's just so bored in Ringo that Yamato's like the first person who's ever visited, and she's just that happy.
Yeah, can you imagine going and being named a daimyo of somewhere you don't like?
Yeah, congratulations, you live in the North Pole.
It was like, oh my god, I hate the cold, and I'm
Yeah.
stuck here. Really, you know, I'd be traveling on business every single day. I'm just out on business.
I'd never be home. I leave it at Cho, whoever that is.
Be at the pleasure quarter every time. But yeah, cover story, it is what it is. We'll see what comes of it. But the chapter.
Here we go. The exciting part.
Dorian Brogy grew up with Harald. Who knew?
Yeah, dude, look, they're tiny too, right? Like they're shaped like minions.
Yeah, just thick little people, but they're
Yeah.
big,
Very rotund.
rotund, very rotund. But Harald, you know, looked like a jovial kid. However, he had the bloodline of the ancient giants, and he possessed a colossal body and monstrous strength. He grew arrogant. Nobody could rein him in. That's a tough thing, because I would imagine that he probably grew to be one of the stronger warriors in Elbaf pretty quickly. And like even his parents are like, I can't.
I can't control
There's
this
not
guy. Like you can't put him in
I can't
timeout if
control
you're
him.
his dad, right? Like
No, he's gonna put you in
Harold's
timeout.
bigger than you are.
Harold's putting his dad in timeout. Like, you know?
Do you think that's how Shaquille O'Neal felt when he was growing up?
Maybe, but I think I think he grew up with a stepdad, if I remember correctly, and his stepdad was like a cop.
So he
That's a
probably
little
couldn't put him
different.
in timeout. Yeah.
He couldn't.
Yeah.
Yeah, you can't put the dad that's a cop in timeout. It's a
That's a tough
slippery
one.
slope. Yeah, yeah. But like, imagine a kid being the strongest in the clan, or maybe one of the strongest on in the country at like 10. It's like, ugh. It's
Yeah,
like
he's like,
bedtime, Harold, for
ah.
you.
Yeah, he has like a temper tantrum and he just beats you up instead. Come get your
He's
son. No
drinking.
thanks.
How about you take care of him? Um, so Harold at this point, he's just bored. I thought Oda would show him getting humbled by like a character outside Elbaf that's really powerful because, there are monsters everywhere.
Yeah.
But I mean, he kind of got humbled in a different way, which I think was even better. We go to the kingdom of Bunt
Bunt
in the New
Kingdom.
World. I think it's cool that we're still getting new places in the world. Like consider and they've talked about it before, but like the size of the One Piece world is like insane. Like new places, just every single arc was like Bunt.
Like,
Where do
will
you
we
think
ever see this
Bunt
place
is?
again? I don't know. Like, it looks like it could be in the big. No, it's not the beginning segments of the New World. I mean, it could really be anywhere. Like, if I had to
Could be
squeeze this
anywhere.
island in, it looks like a post-punk hazard
Considering where
island.
Elbaf is, yeah, I would say Bunt. It can't be. Yeah, I wouldn't mind it being close to Punk has, but like I said, it could be anywhere. But Kingdom of Bunt in the New World, we have Ida, and she is playing a role for this circus as the big, scary giant. So instead of lions, they have giants, and people are terrified. And of course, for Harold, from his perspective, he's like, look at them making us a roadside attraction.
He'll look pretty
And he
mad, dude.
goes, I mean, I get it, right?
Yeah.
I get it. If I look and I'm a human and it's a bunch of Tentata and then they have like a human in a cage, I'm like, what the hell are we doing? I'd do the same thing.
Yeah. No,
Or,
100%.
yeah, so I understand why he do that. And he's like, they're mocking Albaf. And then Ida, she's like, no, man. Like, what are you doing? Like, we got to go back. You need to apologize. These people saved my life. And I mean, Ida's kind of cool. You don't like her?
She's not bad. No, no, she's great. She's great.
Wow. So, all right,
I
sorry. I'm noticing a pattern here.
I am just more
Angie,
of I am just more of an Estrid fan. But Ida's
that's
not bad.
not
No, I
surprising.
like Ida.
That's not
Ida's great.
surprising. I'm not gonna lie. That's not surprising at all.
What does that mean?
I don't know. Do you have a mark on your left arm?
No, what are you talking about? No, no, I'm just saying, like, Ida's a great character. No, dude, like, straight up, like, solid 7.5 out of 10, man.
You
What
think
she
she's a
brings to
seven
the
and a half out of
table,
10? Wait.
W.
Wait. As a character or like,
Oh, is it all around? Great character.
so
Above
you
average
think,
for sure.
do you think she's hot?
Yeah.
You're lying.
No, I'm
You're
not. No, no, no,
you're
dude.
lying.
The streets love Ida.
The streets definitely love Ida. I mean, it's a lot to love. Amazing personality, great woman, just very thoughtful, considerate. And she was right. She was like
Preach.
spitting with Harold saying that like, yo, bro, like you just happen to be born big. Like this strength, you didn't do anything for it. You're just gifted. What are you talking about? This quirk of fate. And I like that perspective too, where it's just like, yeah, man, like you're walking around with arrogance and acting like you're better than everybody else, and you were born this way. Ha ha. And I think I mean, obviously this is exactly what Harold needed. And she also gave another perspective saying, because of how you are, other giants get lumped into you guys and get treated like crap,
Yeah, he's perpetuating the stereotype.
which I get. I mean, I kill ants all the time.
Yeah, so if those ants survive and they see another human, they're like, "Oh my god, that human's gonna kill us too."
Exactly.
Yeah, I get
You
it.
know? So I can imagine being a giant and caring about humans. Like if I never interacted with a human and it's like they're just little
I think the
dolls. Like they're
difference
not
is that like the humans can talk to you, whereas ants don't talk. Like if the ants could say, "Please, Brago, don't kill me," would you still step
bam.
on them? You still would? I
Well,
because I debate it. I would debate for a second.
if they could talk.
Yeah, if they could like beg for their
Maybe.
lives, like, or maybe if they could like offer you something, like you could be like a god to them. That'd be kind of cool.
Maybe. It reminds me of that I'm not sure if you've seen it on Twitter, it's like the monkey that got caught by like this I think it was like a leopard. And it is the leopard just had him on the branch and he was just sitting there and he was like he just knew he was gonna die. And it was just like he just reserved and accepted his fate.
No,
I think
I haven't seen that.
yeah, it was like a monkey to just like, God, all right, it's a
Yeah, I'm
wrap.
cooked.
Yeah. I think most people would kind of be like that against like a large animal. Whereas like
Yeah,
after like the first bite, you're like, all right, it's over. There's no use
yeah.
in
I'm just gonna
fighting
sit
back.
here.
Let's just take me.
I mean, that's how the people felt. In that one Greek story, like the people in the cave with the Cyclops, they just kind of like waited in the sheep's pen and just died. Is that Oedipus? I don't know. What story is that?
I've been hearing about Oedipus to
Homer's
this
Odyssey.
week. This week actually, where people were talking about Loki and Istred and that entire saga.
Yeah,
Um,
I've been hearing a lot of those stories, man.
yeah, it's kind of getting a bit twisted. But yeah, she kind of set Harold straight because Harold went back and they started helping humans rebuild, and Harold's heart started to turn. I think more often than not, if somebody starts to change their ways of thinking, I mean, typically it's because of a woman, right?
Yeah, and I mean it's a real thing, you know.
Yeah, like a woman influencing your decisions and warming your heart,
There's nothing
and it could
wrong
go
with
the
that.
opposite way. Like Khal Drogo.
Like Hal Drogo, what a reference in 2025.
Oh
Still
man,
stuck on Game of Thrones.
I don't know. I've been thinking about it lately a
You gonna
lot. I don't
rewatch
know
it?
why. It's time. I think it's time.
There's just so many shows, man. I mean, have you watched? I heard it's pretty bad, but have you watched Squid Game season 3?
I haven't watched season two.
Me neither. I
Oh,
didn't even know
season
season
three
3
is
was
out
here.
already?
Yeah, it's out. It's done. It's over. It's like the
Yeah,
definite conclusion.
I haven't watched season two yet. I think it was one of those things where I was okay with just one season,
Yeah.
especially because of how it went. I was like, why would there be a season two? But I understand it. Like if I have a hit show, yeah, I'll make it another one.
Yeah,
Like
just keep on
that's why I
going.
support every Fast and Furious film.
Really?
Like
You like Fast and Furious?
I love them.
I like the clips I
It's
see, but I've never like
it's
sat down and
family.
watched the movies. I watched the first couple though.
You ever seen Tokyo Drift?
Yeah, I've seen Tokyo Drift.
Ah,
I mean that's one
just
I feel like I have to watch, right?
why is that?
Because I'm Asian, man.
Oh,
You know, if there's like a movie with like a lot of Asian people, I just gotta watch it.
okay.
Yeah.
So you've seen Crazy Rich Asians?
No, I haven't seen that one.
I think it's your duty.
Yeah, it's yeah. All of us Asians, we got like a notification every time we wake up saying "Watch Crazy Rich
Oh,
Asians."
Crazy Rich Asians is out.
Yeah, it's like we're programmed robots. Like just the notification bar pops up every morning, like a solo leveling.
Yeah, so like Crazy Rich Asians, Karate Kid.
I like Karate Kid. They're making like a new one, right? With Jackie Chan still.
Yeah, Jackie Chan and like somebody else.
Yeah, it looks
Um,
fun.
I think it's out already. No,
No, I don't think so. I'd be all over that, man. Like
I've
white
been,
on
I've been.
rice.
I mean, you didn't see Crazy Rich Asians, so I was like,
I don't know. Like I just Asians living their lives. Like I'm not a big fan of that. Like give me something else.
no,
You
no,
know?
no. But these are crazy rich ones.
Yeah, I'm not like a big comedy movie kind of guy.
But honest, is it a comedy? It's
Is
kind of like
it? I'm
a.
assuming so.
It's like a drama almost. I mean, I don't know. I don't know if it's a comedy, but it has Asian in the name. It's like Obligation.
Yeah.
Like
Oh, I remember why I didn't want to watch it. Okay, I looked it up. Aquafina, man. I do not like Aquafina.
the water.
No, the actress. I feel like a lot of Asian people can vouch. Like she just brings. I feel like she does so much negative PR for us Asians, man. Aquafina, yeah, she ruins movies for me, man. I'm not gonna lie.
Oh, okay. I
Yeah.
get you. I get you. Oh, I thought she was cool in the movie.
I mean, people like Aquafina, but it's just not my cup of tea. You know, it's like how some people like some people eat dogs and cats, and then some people don't. Like I'm not a dog and cat eater. So if more people want to do that, yay, do it, man. But it's not my thing.
If
Not a
you
big
ate cats,
Aquafina fan.
that would be a bit strange.
That'd be a bit strange. Yeah, a little bit. I mean, I've
Considering
had dogs and cats, so either way, it'd be strange.
we're the dogs.
Uh so it was a long winter. They're making a Crazy Rich Asians too.
It was a good movie.
They're making a second one?
It was enjoyable. It was pretty. It was kind of stereotypical, but it was enjoyable.
Do you think they're ever gonna make a movie called Crazy Poor Asians?
Never. They
Damn
just
it.
called it Parasite.
Yeah. That was a good movie. Parasite's a good
It
movie.
was a great movie. I did enjoy Parasite a lot. But Crazy Rich Asians, 6.5 out of 10. It's
Oh,
like
so it's
a
not even like
rom
that high.
com, like a rom com.
Okay.
You know, Saturday night, you and the lady don't have anything to do. Hey, I'm Asian.
I'm Asian. Check this out.
let's, let's do this.
I like to
You know,
imagine
it's-
like if you're Asian and you want to get the movie, it's like you can rent it for free on Vudu or something.
like
Just
it's
show
like
your
it's
Asian
gotta
card, scan your
exactly.
skin color.
That's it. You just gotta show your Asian card, and you probably get it for free.
That'll be fun.
It's fun. Like it's kind of like when Black Panther came out. I had to go watch it.
You felt an obligation to watch Black Panther.
Obligation. The first or second weekend. That was the notification said first or second weekend. If you don't do it by then, brother, you're cooked.
Yeah, have you seen
So-
that? Have you seen that one meme of like it's like a political meme of like Joe Biden a long time ago, and I guess he said, I don't know if this is like real or fake, but he's like, if you don't vote for me, you're not black. And then somebody made a comic of that where he's just sucking out melanin. It's just
He definitely
like the
did say
melanin
that.
destroyer. He said
He
that.
definitely did say that. Yeah, he did say that. Yeah.
Yeah, somebody draw like an anime panel, and he's just like over here sucking skin color. It's so funny.
It's so crazy just picturing it where it's like Joe Biden saying that, and it's like, ah, damn, Joe, he might be
Joe,
right. Joe, like if Joe said it, we gotta vote for Joe.
It sounds so absurd. I couldn't believe it for a minute. That's why I was like, wait, is that real or did I get pranked?
Politics is like wrestling sometimes.
Yeah. All we're missing is like the costumes, right?
Just yeah, that's it. Like those debates, I'm like, what are they talking about? Especially with the inclusion of
Of Trump. Oh my God! Remember when they were talking about golfing? That was so funny, dude. I busted up laughing. They're like, I'll meet you on the yard." It's like, whoa. like
It was
imagine we're
funny.
having a One Piece debate, and I'm like, Brago, I'm gonna kick your ass in FIFA. It's like out of nowhere.
No, you won't. No, you won't.
I love it.
Yeah, it was
Entertaining.
It was top tier comedy, and this is America, folks.
I love it.
But we have Harold here, man. Harold, he's starting to care about the humans. He's bowing before a human king. Ida's just really influencing him, and of course his experiences and then going through and seeing how the humans live. I mean, you've seen it. Well, never mind. I was gonna say you've seen Attack on Titan, but
Oh, wait, have you finished it?
4 episodes left.
Okay, man, I learned something so sad. I think you're already there, man. Like,
You've seen it? You've seen it? I thought you did. You didn't watch Attack on Titan.
no, I watched the first season and some of season 2 when it first aired, but
Okay.
I was always expecting my girl Annie to come back into the story. Apparently, like, it's not really a thing. That's so sad.
Yeah, but like I can't say anything more.
Oh, dude, I don't mind spoilers. It's all good.
Oh God, I forgot you're.
Yeah. Yeah, you can tell me the ending of Attack on Titan, man. It's no big deal. I mean, I kind of know the gist of it, right?
Wait, so you don't mind spoilers?
I do not mind spoilers. I know Aaron kind of goes off the deep end. I know they kind of fight. There's a lot of infighting. I know what's up.
Okay.
I know who's who.
Okay. So here's a spoiler. Spoiler alert for Attack on Titan. People who haven't caught up to Attack on Titan, or at least 4 episodes away from the ending. Annie comes back.
I saw that, but she comes back at the very end, though, right? Like, I thought she'd be like a season 2, 3, or 4 thing, but
Oh no, it's very end.
dude, that's so sad. She was a great character. I don't know if you guys remember, but like back when season 1 aired, dude, the goon edits for Annie were crazy.
Yeah, no, Annie's great, and I think they do a solid job of reminding you why she's a great character. And but the thing is, she doesn't come back in real time until the end. But they
Yeah.
definitely show her like in every flashback she's there.
Okay.
You know, for Reiner, Berthold, like every single flashback, they just show a bit more of like her personality a little bit. So, um, Annie's one of the good ones. But in Attack on Titan, the main thing is kind of like these people hate each other because they don't know each other. It's just to have a perception of what each other are. And then of course when they go to each other's like countries, it's like, oh crap, they're they're good people here? I thought it was just all bad people. And
Yeah.
you know, of course, like they've been indoctrinated and told like, no, those are just all devils. Then they meet people, they're like, why are you so nice to me? It's like, what? What do you mean? Like you're a person. Why wouldn't I be nice to you? Yeah,
Sounds
but
like
I
some One
did
Piece
this. It's
stuff.
like, yeah, but people make mistakes. What? So, you know, it completely changes your perspective. And I think this one is for Harold, where he's like, he has a perception of humans, and then even with the humans and learning how they live, how they cook, you know, it's just like, yeah, that's one thing. That's a great, like, a thing that I think can bring anybody closer together. Food. If food is good, man,
Food,
it's kind of
drink, and
like
talk. That's it.
drinking. Yeah, it's just like, another show, Slime. Like
Slime
how
Isekai?
Yeah, like how the monsters kind of came together because like they were building like this village or this country,
Yeah.
and like the food and like the roads and the houses and the hot tubs. They're like, man, this is kind of cool.
And then the
Like,
humans
oh
combine. They're like, wait a minute, monsters aren't that bad.
yeah, they're like, you know what? We can agree with them. Let's trade, you know? So it just takes like time for understanding. Like more dialogue helps things, but typically it doesn't even get there. Or
Yeah.
sometimes when it gets there, it's like ego, you know. But
It's too late. Or like jealousy
it,
comes into play, right? Like you go to
yeah.
Slime's village and you're like, oh, they have technology. I gotta
We
burn
need
this
it for
down.
ourselves. Yeah, it's
Yeah.
like,
I like
why
that.
should monsters have that? They're just
Exactly, dude.
monsters.
Like if you
Yeah,
were a human in that world and you saw like a goblin living a better life than you, would you be upset?
I'd be a little upset.
I'd be a little bit upset too.
I would be a little upset. Like a goblin.
Yeah, and then what if like a goblin killed your family beforehand too?
But they say that's just like living in the UK.
Yeah, it's like a canon event for everybody in the UK. Is that how it goes down over
Imagine
there?
like you're eating beans and toast and liver for
Oh god,
breakfast.
sounds awful.
And it's like, oh, it's better cold.
and then you go, and then you go to
Then you go to the US.
Tempest. Yeah,
Hey, you go to Denny's. Oh, like here's some scrambled eggs and sausage and bacon and hash browns.
some
Oh, and
French
here's
toast
a
too.
smoothie. What is this stuff? This is breakfast?
Yeah. Oh yeah, here's like waffle and fried chicken, and it's like
Yeah,
whew,
yeah, this is how it is. And
God, yeah,
I
I'd be
love how
mad at
people in
those
the UK,
goblins.
but like I've heard so much about the UK lately. I'm just like, that cannot be real. I don't know if you heard about like the houses where a lot of houses are built to keep heat in.
No, I haven't heard that.
Yeah, so a lot of houses in the UK are built to keep heat in. So it's like really hot in the summertime, and because the electricity is so high, a lot of houses don't have AC,
Maybe
so it's
that's a
hot.
strategy.
Yeah, I guess because the winters are so cold. But like,
Yeah,
geez, man,
but you suffer during the summertime.
jeez, like what's? I mean, somebody to say, well, we have free healthcare, which is good.
Yeah, it's good.
That's
It's
good.
good. I feel like eventually every country should go towards like free healthcare and universal income, but that's not easy though. You have to like restructure so much for that.
It's a
And then you have
lot.
to
A
think
lot of
about like
people would not be okay with that.
yeah, and then you have to think about like doctors and like how they get paid. Like there's just a lot there.
It would be a lot. It would be like starting from
Scratch.
the ground up with the whole
Yeah.
structure of everything. And there are a lot of people that imagine working hard to kind of get to a certain place, and you're like, all right, I'm here, I'm here, I'm here, I'm here. And I was like, well, we want to kind of restructure things so that things are more equal. What?
Yeah, I feel like
So,
just AI is gonna bring that all to a head though. Like one day. Like we won't
yeah,
really
it's
have a
already here.
choice. Yeah, it's already here.
I've seen the AI of people, the mukbangs,
Dude, they're getting
and
good.
they're getting really good. They're getting much better. It's actually scary. So I don't know. I think in like we said, in 5 years, we'd be able to make like AI characters of ourselves, and they have a conversation. We upload it.
Have you on YouTube Studio, if you ever like look through the community section or like look through comments, every now and then, whenever somebody has like a One Piece comment, like AI will respond and give like an appropriate One Piece oriented answer. And
Yeah,
it's
it
like,
can
damn,
respond for
dude.
you.
Yeah, I was
Yeah.
like, dude, we are like maybe a couple years away from just like being AI. Is this video even real?
If your cup disappears into your mouth, then I guess
Yeah,
you'll
just put
know.
it into my chest, it blends in. Yeah.
Then they're like, something's fishy here.
Something's weird about this.
Um, I thought they would also focus in the chapter on more specific things with the timeline, but it was just Harold, and it was skipping around.
Yeah, a lot of
Um,
jumps.
yeah, so they got to 105 years, and then Harold, he wants to be basically like Queen Otohime, where it's like I want to, grow in regards to reconciliation with our neighbors and learn from other cultures, where we can become more prosperous. And we got different reactions from different people. Who are like, okay, this is interesting. And then he talks about Dorian Broglie. You got Dorian Broglie. We got him some props as well. He said they've always been honorable to humans.
Yeah.
That's just how they are, which is really cool considering like the stigma of like giants and how they really don't care about anybody else. They still really care about other people around them and always been honorable. So
Always have.
Dorian Broglie, they are just good dudes, just really good, solid guys from the get. So that was good to see. That was really good to see that Dorian Broglie got some love.
It's kind of funny. I'm looking through the flashback right now, and we see Yorl just hanging out at the village too, saying "Zaba ba ba ba, what a change!" And it's like whenever I look at him, I'm just like, bro, he dies in like a couple of dies in a couple of chapters. That's crazy.
Like he just goes.
Yeah, Big Mom just
Yeah,
kills him.
that's crazy. Like
Yeah,
Big
one of the
Mom.
village elders, man, just gets one shot essentially. My God,
Well, Big Mom had the title for strongest kid, I think, for a while.
that title's gone. I'm
It's
gonna say
gone.
it right here.
It's gone. It's
Spoiler
gone. It's
alert:
gone.
Loki takes that title by a long shot. Loki would probably beat all the kids in in one go. Like put in Ace, Sabo, Luffy. You could put in Cat as well with the trident, Zephyr with the little bamboo sticks.
Cat would be difficult.
No, Cat would not be difficult. Bro, Cat would get destroyed by baby Loki.
I'm not gonna lie. I think Cat could do the same thing that Loki did.
Kid Cat.
Kid Cat.
No, okay, now you're just joking.
They said he walked out.
Oh, no, that's a rumor. He walked out of Big Mom's womb. You don't believe that, do you? That's like propaganda. That's
I think it's
Big
true.
Mom category propaganda.
I think-
Yeah, right. He walked out of the womb. Okay.
But listen. He walked out with his trident.
Do you think that would hurt Big Mom? Just a kid walking out
No.
of your womb with a trident?
No, not at all. She's built for this.
Yeah, she
She's
tanked
the
it.
biggest mom of all. But no, Loki takes it by far. I agree with you. But shout out to Harold. Harold turned into like Odin, no?
Yeah, he did like a full-on 180. I mean, he reminds me of like Odin, Kuma. He's like a mixture of every good dad in a way.
But also, in regards to his travels, he had a journal, which I wonder if we'll see it at some point.
Oh, that is a journal. For some reason, I thought he was just writing contracts. Yeah, you're right.
right? Like
Yeah.
who got his journal? Maybe Loki did.
Oh, that'd be cool. I mean,
Because
well,
he's
I guess journals have always been a thing in One Piece, right?
yeah.
Yeah. Like even
Because he
with
still respects his dad.
Zeph. Zeph had his journal and Don Krieg wanted it.
I think if you're traveling around the world, it's almost like today where it's almost like vlogging, you know?
Yeah.
It's like
Taking
if I'm on a
pictures.
pirate ship, I'm I'm at Zoe, I'm vlogging all of it. You
I
know?
mean, you have nothing better to do, right? You're on a ship, like might
Yeah.
as well write. Why not?
Might as well. Might as well. Just like talk about this, write about the things you've experienced. So shout out to Harold. There's so much development for him.
So quickly, my god.
Yeah.
A
Yeah.
full 180.
Ida just really had an influence on him, and obviously humans as well because of how they were and the things they could do. Um, so now he's happy, right? Um, Ida had a bastard, and now Harold is trying to marry her. And then there are four figures. They're like, unfortunately, we can't recognize your marriage. Only purebloods can be permitted within the royal family. And Harold was like, damn it.
I guess
Sorry,
so.
Ida.
Yeah.
Right? Which it's a way where like I'm like, Harold, but then I'm like, I respect it. Because he had the
Yeah.
power to do whatever he wanted, but he's still like tradition, culture. I have to kind of follow suit with that. And Ida, she kind of took it in stride. She's like, I mean, that's cool. You know, as
I'm
long as
I'm
Hiruden
so
stays close.
shocked. Like he didn't pull like an Aizen, he didn't pull like a
Nope.
Gojo and just murder these guys. Like no, he's like, yeah, sure, why not? Sorry, Ida.
Not a spoiler.
For what show?
Huh.
For which one?
Nah. I'm not even um spoilers just roll off your tongue. Like it just happens. You know? But it's okay. It's okay. Um
I don't think it's a spoiler, right?
if I just go past it, it's not.
Yeah, yeah.
If I
You're putting
put
a lot of emphasis on it.
yeah,
You're
if I
really
put
like
some emphasis,
emboldening
they could
it.
be like, hold on, what is he?
What did he
So yeah.
say?
So let's talk about Size Girl,
Yeah, it's kind
Lady
of like when
Istrid.
Sasuke showed up at the Hokage summit. He started killing people. Yeah.
But then you don't point out that he killed the Kage.
Yeah, he didn't kill the Kage. It was unfortunate. Like, what if these elders are stronger than Harold? What if that's why he didn't do it?
0%. Zero
You think
chance.
0%?
Chance.
I don't know, man. These guys are
0%.
silhouetted. You see them? They look scary.
I guess it's almost like when um I mean it depends on perspective. Like people put all the Gorosei over all the admirals. They're definitely stronger than Garp and Sengoku. They absolutely are. And it's like
I thought so at first. Like, but before we saw the Gorosei on Egghead, I was like, yo, these guys are stronger than all of them. And then now that we've seen them, it's like, maybe not if we have a way to hurt them. You know what I mean? Like, once
I remember when the Gorosei pulled up, they're like,
I don't know.
when Gorosei pulled up, it was like some people were like, oh my god, it's like 5 Kaidos.
No, dude, I was one of those guys when we first saw Saturn. No. Hear me out. Before Saturn started fighting and he showed up and he made everybody pause and they couldn't move, I said, whoa, guys, like, is this a Kaido level threat? My God. And then obviously, like, that kind of faded after a while, which,
Some
new
respect
information. It happens.
on Kaido's
Nah, dude.
name.
Okay, no regeneration. Who would win? The Yonko or the Gorosei?
Yonko.
Okay, no regeneration. Who would win, the Gorosei or the Admirals? All five Admirals.
Oh, all 5 admirals? The admirals.
Yeah. Okay. Because, yeah, 5v5, yeah.
Yeah, the admirals. I think
Okay.
because for one, I think for Aokiji, he doesn't have to have Conqueror's Haki or that technique to beat them.
Just freeze them
I
in
think
place.
I think he could restrain them. And then I don't know how a lot of these people interact with magma and how that
Yeah.
would work.
What would you do if you just, like, absorb them, right? Like, fully engulf them in magma? Like, can they regenerate
Yeah.
after that?
Yeah,
like Cell.
how do you regenerate from nothing?
Or, sorry, not Cell. Well, I guess Cell is a good example. Like, Cooler, right? Like, middle Cooler.
A
You
boo
just...
boo?
destroy all of his pieces. Yeah, Boo's another good one. Wow, a lot of Dragon Ball villains have that quirk. What the hell?
It's like a thing. You just come back in Dragon Ball.
Yeah. Funny enough, I was
But
I was watching the Cooler movie. I feel like Cooler would have
oh,
Conqueror's Hockey.
I agree.
Yeah. Well,
I
what
agree.
other villain would have Conqueror's Hockey in Dragon Ball? If you had to like pick one.
Cell
Cell?
for sure.
Yeah,
Perfect
well,
Cell.
Cell's kind of like Sanji though, right? Like, I mean, not saying Sanji wouldn't get it, but like, it's like artificially made, genetically modified.
You know what somebody said? Somebody commented. I forgot. It's like it just came and went. They're like Sanji doesn't have the personality for a conqueror. I'm like, what?
He has the
I'm like,
personality, bro.
I'm like, why do people think Sanji's a nice guy? He is not. He is a dickhead. Like,
Especially when you see his Jerma mode, right? His Jerma mode, like he flips, he does a 180.
but like, I don't know. I guess because people see Sanji and how he is with women and how he's like, bro, he's very outspoken. He's shown that he can be a leader if need be. Like, as far as the having the personality, Sanji definitely has that. Now, if he has
Yeah,
conquerors, I think he does. But
I think he does too. I mean,
I think
people bring up his ambitions of the all blue, but I
I
mean,
think
I
it
don't
doesn't
think
matter.
that's yeah, I don't think that's a great argument when you have like other characters that have Conqueror's Hockey too,
What's
like
Katakuri's ambition?
Katakuri. People are
What's
like, oh,
Rayleigh's ambition?
people say Katakuri's ambition is protecting his family. It's like, oh, okay.
What's
So
Sanji's?
all blue, something that technically shouldn't exist. I don't
Yeah, I
know,
think
man.
it's not one size fits all. It's not like a specific thing. I know people are like, well, you have kingly ambitions. I'm like,
He's technically a prince if you really want to say it. I mean, he's the prince of the
bro,
Jerma Kingdom too.
he'd be cooking.
He's gonna be the
He's
Emperor of Love,
he's a cook king.
the Cook King. Yeah, I mean, well, funny enough, there are like in the SBS, Oda introduced the Yonkooks. So there are like 4 Yonkos of cooking. And we saw one of them on Egghead. He was the one who made the
I,
sausage for Saturn.
I think the justification of it sounds crazy when you think people would respect it more if Sanji was like, I want to become the king of all the cooks.
Yeah, if he just changed it up, like, I want to master every recipe. And then people are going to be like, oh, wait a minute.
Be like, well, oh,
Conqueror's Hockey, I see it now.
Conqueror's hockey's on the way.
Yeah,
Oh, bro. That's silly.
yeah, a little bit.
But I guess I plan to talk about it at some point. But Lady Istred, your gal,
My gal, dude.
she walks in tall, obviously, stacked,
Pure
pretty,
blood.
a pure blood, you know? Like she's one of the purest bloods out here, and she's born in Alcohol Village, and she's a student of the Earth
Love it.
Wind Arts. And then she came in, she started changing everything. She reminded me of do you remember the professor in Harry Potter that came in and she was like just changing everything?
Wasn't she like a villain?
She was a villain.
I forgot her name, but I know who you're talking about. I added her in like a One Piece theory a long time ago.
She was the most annoying character. One of the most annoying movie characters that I've ever come across. Because I wanted her to perish.
Can't find her name, but yeah, I know who you're talking about.
Yeah, she came, she was a new principal, and then she was just like, she was getting rid of teachers. Like, I think Harry was getting in trouble for no reason. It was like a bunch. I was like, what
Wasn't
is
she also like discriminating too based on your blood?
discriminating based on blood? She was like attacking students. It was like a lot. I was like, how is this okay? So, Astrid comes in and she's just like, yeah, I'm gonna love you for the rest of your life. And shut you. It's one of those things that's like, as a man and a woman says it, I'm just like, oh. She says, shut the doors, shut the windows. The king's spirit is leaking out.
It
I'm like,
sounds like foreplay,
whoa.
right? It
I'm
sounds like
like,
foreplay.
whoa. Who is this girl?
Shut the windows,
The,
close the doors. I gotta save the king's leaky
the
energy.
king's spirit. That's like the book, The Emperor's New was it Emperor's New Clothes?
Emperor's New Clothes, yeah.
Yeah. Where it's just she's just saying things and he doesn't know. So he's just like, I guess, right? And she talks about like the mirror, right? It's positioned here, and it's almost like she's trying to prove her worth. But I'm like, I can't, you know,
Well,
substantiate any of this.
apparently she's she's practicing the art of feng shui. Is what this
Feng
is.
feng shui.
Yeah.
What's
Have you
that?
heard of that before?
I've heard of feng shui before. I never heard about the art of feng shui.
It's it's hard to describe because I haven't heard of this in a long time. But it's like an old thing where like you over here you like move things, you get rid of things that are a certain color. You try to balance the spiritual energy in a room. That's essentially what feng shui is. And if like
So
one
like,
thing's out of place, it could f up your day. It gives you like bad juju essentially. So that's
I
what
would
she's
say
doing
this.
here.
I would say this. I respect feng shui because certain rooms, if they're like my bedroom, if I
Yeah.
go and the bed's made and like it just feels different,
I mean,
you know?
I agree with you on that, but it's not like about the bed being made. It's more like, oh, is there enough like blue in the room? Like, ooh, is this window angled at a 90 degrees and it can witness the
Okay,
sun coming over the horizon? Like it's like more abstract things like that than like
that's
it's
interesting.
more abstract than is the room just clean?
I get that. That feels excessive.
Yeah.
Um,
You see.
but I can understand that, especially. But here's the thing: if I don't understand feng shui and somebody comes in and start doing shit like move the mirror to an angle, I'm like, oh, I guess so. But the thing is, um, I talk about her feng shui, but first of all, this horse, Ashura, right?
Crazy horse.
One thing I want people to understand right now: these are all giants. Okay, so those people that are standing next to Istrid, regular giants. And then we have Istrid, pretty tall. Harald, really tall, right? Ancient giant. And Ashura seems to be bigger than Harald. Where is this horse? Can you
Today,
like what,
today the horse is dead apparently.
that horse is insanely large.
It's a cool ass looking horse too. 8 legs, Brago. Can you imagine how fast it can run?
Yeah,
It can probably
8 legs is
skywalk.
crazy. Is that a shot at Sanji?
No, I'm just saying it could probably skywalk, and like it's like the Valkyries have to have their horses, and they just come from the sky in the heavens.
It's like a
Like
reindeer.
imagine
It
you
probably
look
can.
up and then there's King Harold riding this horse. It's like that's horrifying.
Yeah, the size of it would be like insane considering the scale. That means the
Yeah.
horse would be okay. Based on the scale, the horse would be bigger than an airplane, like
Oh,
easily.
of course. Yeah, definitely.
Like, like what's the largest animal or mammal? Is it a whale, a killer
The
whale,
blue whale. Yeah,
the blue whale,
I think so. Let's see.
right?
Yeah, largest mammal.
I know they can get like
Blue whale.
they're gonna talk about like some deep sea creatures like the kraken, like random stuff, but like the largest mammal, the blue whale.
Yeah.
You know, just seeing that in the sky, just running like a reindeer. I don't think,
Ooh,
that's
a blue whale is about 200 tons. That's heavy.
pretty heavy.
That's pretty heavy. Can't lift that.
No, I don't think you can lift that.
You could eat it though.
Could feed you for a while.
It'd probably feed you for the rest of your life, right? How much food does the average human consume in their entire lifetime? Definitely not 200 tons.
Mm, depends. It depends on the human.
Let's see.
200 tons feels excessive.
The average human eats around 35 tons in their entire lifetime.
Jeez.
Damn. Yeah. So that whale's like, what? Like, I'd say like maybe 7 people put together, 6 people put together.
For a lifetime.
Dang, for a lifetime.
The thing
Yeah.
is, the meat is gonna go bad before you can. But I get what you're saying.
Yeah. Dang.
Unless you freeze it.
Yeah, but I mean, the freezer can only save it for so long, though, right?
How many freezers do you need?
Yeah, how many freezers? How long will it take? I mean, I don't know.
to kind of put bag them.
Yeah, and then after a while, it's gonna oxidize. Like I just feel like that's just.
It's
Oh,
just
and
not
then you're
worth
gonna
it.
get sick of it too, right? I can't imagine eating
There's
blue
whale
whale.
every day.
Yeah,
Well,
surely you don't get all your nutrients from just whale.
yeah, probably not. Yeah. If you could ever eat something for the like rest of your life, that's it. What would it be?
Would we have to take like health into consideration or no?
No,
Probably crawfish then.
crawfish.
I love
Wow.
crawfish. Yeah, a nice
Oh man,
crawfish
that's
bowl.
actually tough for the rest of my life. Oh, forever,
Yeah,
like every day. Oh my gosh.
breakfast, lunch, dinner, late night snack, airplane food.
I feel like something that fits here is like tuna.
You and tuna, man.
Love tuna.
This is like maybe the fourth video where you brought up your love for tuna, canned tuna specifically. Not even like fresh tuna, but you like canned tuna.
I like fresh tuna, but canned tuna is not far behind.
Do you have like a specific tuna you like, or is it just like
Just
mystery
water,
tuna?
as long as it's water based.
Ah,
Yeah, I don't like the oil one. Uh Tuna's a candidate. Barbecue chicken is another one, but I feel like the rest of my life. Mac and cheese is one,
ooh, I like chicken, but not barbecue chicken.
but boiled chicken.
Boiled chicken,
You have a boiled chicken?
chicken feet, but not like chicken wings.
Like more like, well, it's like you had chicken soup.
Yeah,
Have you ever made chicken soup?
I've never made chicken soup. No, when I
Yeah.
get chicken, it's usually just like fried chicken. That's like my go-to.
Yeah, I love fried chicken, but like,
I like the
yeah,
crunch.
boiled chicken. I've had boiled chicken. Boiled chicken. I don't know. Let's okay. Rest of my life. Ugh. Let's go with let's go with tuna. Screw it.
Okay, tuna. That's respectable. You can
Yeah,
do a lot with tuna too, right? Like you can make it a spread. You can sear it, eat it
it's a lot.
raw.
Yeah. So let's say
Yeah.
tuna.
Okay. Make a little salad even.
It's a lot you can do with it. So yeah, tuna.
That's
I can be
respectable.
flexible. Um, but Istrid, she comes in, she takes out a lot of stuff, and this was she pulls up 81 years ago, and then 70 years ago. Harold is still traveling. He's
Yeah.
still moving around,
He's not
right? It
stopping,
looks
man.
like this could be Wano on the right side,
That's what
right under.
people have said. I didn't see that
Yeah,
at first, but I see it now. And
yeah,
then apparently,
yeah.
like when you look at the ship that Harold is holding up, apparently you can see like little lines, which are supposed to be katanas, and I thought that was really cool. So yeah, got like Wano samurai here.
Yeah, so I mean, all this probably will make sense later, but he was, bro, he became somebody that was traveling all over the world to learn more about cultures. He just fell in love with it. And he even got to a point where he wanted to like improve just the rest of the world and the things they knew. And talk about the fishman and meeting a kid born by the name of Neptune, which is he talks about not only fishmen but also sea creatures being around. I'm like, okay, were those creatures around the same way Shirahoshi was around? Because obviously Neptune, he's not a part of the prophecy, but he is.
Yeah.
Because kind of like, well, his kid becomes, so it's like his birth matters as well.
Yeah, like every
Matters a
person
lot.
that's born, like the Sea Kings celebrate. They're like, ah, we're one step closer. We're almost there.
It could be him. It could be his kid. Let's just
His sperm
let's just,
might do it.
let's just celebrate and make sure. I
Yeah.
thought that was cool talking about Neptune, but Istrid, she then gets pregnant, right? And then they have a healthy baby boy, and his name is Loki. Then she says, "Oh my God, I've had a long delivery. Let me see my son's face." And then boom,
Jump
demon baby.
scare.
Demon baby is here. Now listen, I was definitely hating Istrid for like how she treated Loki, but if my baby looked like that, I'd need some time.
Yeah, I mean,
It's
that's the
tough because
thing,
like
right? Like it's even for the One Piece world, that's odd, right? We've
it's
never
very
seen those
odd.
eyes before.
Not like this. I want to say like Carrot had eyes similar
But
when she
that's
was
like
in Sulong.
Sulong.
Yeah, yeah, but I was like just out the womb with eyes like this. Like if you were, would you want eyes like this?
Maybe not growing up because you definitely get bullied, right? But
You get well. I don't know if you get bullied, but you definitely.
you get made
I
fun
think people.
of.
I think
Talk of the
you'd made fun
town.
of. I think people be scared of you.
Yeah. They're
Yeah,
crazy eyes, man. I mean, you gotta
crazy
ignore
eyes.
the horns too, right? The horns don't play a role in this because the horns are normal, but
Right,
just
they all have
eyes
horns.
alone. For a girl like Estrid who believes in feng shui and the spiritual arts and karma and fortune, yeah, this is
It's
horrifying.
anti everything she believes
Like
in.
imagine you're like a devout Christian. You go to church every Sunday, and then you give birth, and your son's skin color's red. It's like whoa, 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 what the hell? You
Well,
know
your
what I
son's
mean?
skin color is red, and he has a birthmark that says 666.
Yeah, it's like that's like the
You're
equivalent
like,
here. So I mean, I don't exactly blame Estrid. Yeah, it's not like I wouldn't get rid of the kid, but I don't blame her necessarily. And plus, it's like what Boa Hancock said, like back when we first saw her. Don't forget, guys, Oda taught us a valuable lesson. We will forgive her because she's beautiful.
yeah, and Astrid is. I don't know if I've forgiven her, but like, man, I think she did probably the worst thing a mother has ever done in One Piece.
Dropping Loki off the Sun Realm.
Dropping him like into off a cliff.
Yeah, she treated him like a Spartan.
And it wasn't to make him stronger, it was to kill him.
Yeah, I think this is the worst a mom's done in One
The
Piece.
worst. The worst thing. I mean, I can't think
Yeah.
of anything moms really do. I mean, the
Yeah, I'm trying
other
to think
bad,
back.
because there aren't really bad moms like that.
There's not. There's only like good moms, right? I'm thinking like Senor Pink's
Typically.
wife. I'm thinking about like Usopp's mom. Luffy's mom is still like a mystery, but we're assuming she's gonna be good.
Yeah,
Even
moms
Law's
typically
mom was
they're all right.
nice. Yeah.
So this is this is a little different. But Loki, he got mistreated. So he stretched his hands out for somebody. Nobody reached out. Um, she tossed the prince over, tossed Loki over, and she was so disgusted by Loki. She said, "I'm going back to my village, and I never want to give birth again." Like it was that bad for her.
She was packing her bags, dude. Like she's over here getting her treasure. I don't even know what else is in her arms, but yeah, she's like ready to leave.
Well, I understand she's scared. Like you see a
Yeah.
baby like that, and that's mine. Shit. Yeah, it's like what else? What else is this? So, I get it. I get it from Istrid, but the problem is that's your baby. You know, like
Yeah,
maybe
that's the
give her
one
some
big hang
time,
up.
like, but nah, she was ready to go. And then we see a panel of Loki climbing up. Like
A
the
zombie, dude.
the crazy part, of course, he's just like a newborn baby. But I think what a lot of people didn't realize was what he did to a looks like a bear,
He decapitated it.
decapitated the bear as a newborn. Like
Yeah, and
that's
now he's climbing up a giant tree. And I thought it was really funny what one of the guards says. He says, Your Highness, it's coming from the realm of the dead. Like that must be horrifying too. Like,
that's
I feel like
terrifying.
in a way that almost justifies like what you did, and like, oh my god, he is a monster.
Yeah, he
What do
came
you mean
back.
he's climbing up?
He has a will to live. Um, and they're trying to dispose of the child. It's tough. It's really tough because I get it. I get it with the prophecy out there and what Loki looks like. It's like why would we keep him around? It's It's really tough. I'm not
Yeah,
gonna lie.
and she has said that she's been talking about that prophecy before he was even born.
Yeah,
I don't know if she's like lying when she says that, but if she actually did have that prophecy and fortune foretold beforehand, then yeah, I could see why she is like scared of Loki.
yeah, I'd be terrified.
Yeah,
I would be terrified. And Harold, he can't really
he's not even there.
help as much because he's not there, and he's trying to fight for diplomacy. Right? He says he's blocked by the world government again. And what does that mean to you? What was he blocked from? You think?
Like, I don't think Harold has had direct confrontation with the WG yet. I don't think he like ran into like the admirals from the past, which I think would be pretty cool to see, by the way. Like 100 years ago, who were the admirals? But I don't think the Marines necessarily stopped him. In my head canon, I think Harold maybe made a deal with the country, saying, "Hey, open up, or we'll meet here or there." And then the WG told the countries, "No, don't do that." I think that's what
Yeah,
might have happened, because I think
I
we'll get
think they
that
were
confrontation
definitely
next week.
yeah, they were definitely trying to work with other countries, But he was definitely trying to work with other countries and learn, and they were like, yeah, we can't do that,
Yeah,
you know. So he was trying his best. Now Ida and Hyrutin, even though he's saying
your
crazy
boy.
things, she's still being a mom, still being a really good mom. But then because of Loki, every misfortune that struck Elbath, they blamed him,
And that's
which is
most likely because of the queen.
that's insane.
Yeah.
So for Loki, he's just been a stain and an issue to everyone ever since he was born. Like literally.
Yeah. And the funniest part, like even before this chapter, I think we talked about it, but everything Loki's being blamed for, he probably didn't even do, right? The King Harold thing is like one thing, but like, the whole natural disasters, they blamed him for Jarl getting killed by Big Mom, which is kind of weird. Like, oh, it's not Big Mom's. I mean, it is Big Mom's fault, but it's Loki's fault. It's his curse. Like, no, it isn't.
Yeah.
What are you talking about?
I think it's easy to blame Loki considering like what the curse is. So it's just like, oh, it's
Yeah.
definitely Loki. It's obviously Loki.
Who brought up this curse in the first place? Like, did the queen start this, or did somebody tell her fortune? I
Yeah,
I
it's
I
tough.
don't know.
I don't know. Yeah, I don't know. I think it's could be just one thing she started. She just started
Yeah, like
saying
she
and
just made it up
made it all up. Made it all up just to hurt Loki, and he
to justify her killing
survived.
Loki.
He survived, man. He survived, and he came out on the end of it. So like he was one of those. I mean, we know how strong Loki is expected to be now, but considering how strong he was as a kid, I'm scared.
You know what's funny too is that Loki survived that drop into the underworld, and I think that
Yep.
in and of itself is more impressive than killing the bear. Because the thing is that kids, babies, children, like they just like ripping things apart. Sure, he killed a bear.
Yeah.
He's a giant, but
Yeah.
surviving the fall, dude. Do you remember Haruden when he was going down into the underworld and he didn't use the lift? He said, "Guys, we're done. I'm so sorry. I forgot to use the
Yeah.
lift. We're cooked."
Yeah.
Like they were all going to die, but Loki
Yep.
survived that after just being born.
I saw this today where a guy, he was running from the cops, jumped over a balcony and tried to jump onto a skating rink. You
Oh,
saw that?
yeah, I saw that.
And he broke both legs.
Yeah, it was at a mall, right?
Yeah, I was at a mall, the Galleria.
Yeah,
I went there when I was in Houston, but like they had a big rink. It had like a
it's at the
place
very
you could just look
bottom.
down. And he jumped off of this thing, and it looks like he broke both his legs.
He's probably not gonna walk again. Probably gonna get bullied in prison. I mean, he's cooked.
Like what? Both his legs. But then I think the craziest thing is after he like just immediately went on his phone. Like
Yeah, guys, I'm going away for a while. It's one
hey,
of
I
those
don't know
things
if I'm
like
gonna
when you're
make it.
being chased by the cops, depending on what it is, man, just give up, brother. Just stop.
Yeah, just let it go.
Just making
Like
it
now
worse.
you're gonna get arrested still,
Additional
but now you
charges.
have broken legs. And who knows
Yeah.
what your hip looks like and your back. It's just
Could be paralyzed for all we know.
it's like it was like what? Like what are you doing? You
Yeah,
know,
thankfully he
it
didn't
was
land on
insane.
anybody.
Yeah, yeah. But it's like it's not. Is it that serious? Um, but in all, I think a pretty good chapter. Gave us some perspective and characterization for Harold. I think Loki has become more of a sympathetic character because he never had a chance in life from his people and has been rejected at every turn. So for Loki, I mean, I that's my guy. I don't know how you feel about Loki.
I like Loki. I've always liked Loki, but
Mm.
right now, the main talk is Loki going to become a Nakama? People are saying he has the sad backstory now. They're saying check. Here it is.
I don't see it, but I would like it. I would love it actually. It's just it becomes such a I guess a burden
Yeah.
for like adding somebody like Loki. Somebody else is gonna take the back seat, you know? So it's and then imagine adding somebody like Loki puts the crew's strength on another level altogether.
Yeah.
So I don't know. It would be cool, but then when you think of like, especially when you think of San Juan Wolf and things like that, it was like okay, somebody needs to match up here, but like that would be crazy.
Yeah, I mean, he could be
That would
like
honestly be
a
crazy.
a great Straw Hat Grand Fleet member, but I just don't see him doing it. Right? He
Yeah,
has like, as we talked about earlier, he has the conqueror's personality. Right? He doesn't seem like
yeah,
the type of guy that would be under somebody else.
yeah.
But we'll
I
see.
agree. So, um, I I would like it, but I don't see it. I don't
Same.
see it happening.
And then we have to
Yeah,
get
but
around the logistics of him on the ship too.
yeah, him on the ship. It's just it's too much. It's too much red tape. So no, I don't think he joins. I think he, like you said, an ally, maybe a fleet member, but no, joining the actual crew. No, I don't see it
Yeah,
happening.
he's not gonna be like one of the numbered Nakama.
No, no, he's like one of those like uh like for Whitebeard, Rockio, you know,
Yeah, you're like a traveling
like
salesman out of the office.
one of those random guys. But nah, so I appreciate you pulling up, man. Great chapter. Any closing thoughts?
No closing thoughts at all. I thought it was straightforward. Now I'm just kind of wondering who's gonna kill Istred, right? Is it gonna be Loki? The illness is gonna be Ida or Harold, right? We got a lot of culprits here, but either way, the queen is sick right now, so maybe she just kills herself, and it's all
Um,
Loki's fault.
yeah, probably should considering, but you know, Loki's gonna take that. But great chapter. I want to say like a different type of chapter than from last week, but I think just very imperative, very important for the story. But um, guys, thank you for watching. Make sure to like the video and subscribe. Size videos, size links to size channel will be in the description down below. Check him out, and we shall catch you in the next one.
Peace out, guys.